Not me getting mugged for the second time in broad daylight. I mean, nothing surprising, of course. Probably you were once mugged before. Maybe it was even a worse situation than I was. But what really reminds me of that day is how fearful I was. I was in fear, bruv. I was boiling. Not that life was flashing in front of my eyes or anything. No, nothing hectic. To cut the story short, I was going to fetch my brother from school. He's about 5. Yeah. I was going to fetch my brother from school. It was around half 12. Yeah, half 12 in the afternoon. I had bed. And then before I actually leave home, something told me to leave my phone behind. But no, something convinced me otherwise that no, take it, man, because you'll be there maybe 10 minutes early. So you need at least something to push time with. And then I take my phone, I head there. I got there, took the boy. I spent about 5 minutes before the school bell rang. Man, fair. I take the boy. He was going with his friend. I was like, let's go because we're in the same street. And then I take the boys. I head home. Whilst we are walking home, on the way there, I hear some noises, man. I mean, it's broad daylight, still trading hours. Everyone is doing their thing. It's after school. People are everywhere. You get the idea. But there's that noise that actually catches your attention that you wanna see what's really going on. When I turned my head to see where the noise is coming from, it was a group of around 8 to 9 people, man. Yeah, man, they were splitting. I was like, yeah, but it was that noise. Like, I would say it's some, if I describe it, gangsteric noise, but gangsterical noise. Yeah, but you. I was like, you know what? I don't want to know what they were doing. I don't want to know what they're about to do or whatsoever. Let me just head home. I got kids working with me. Let me just head home. I head home. I continue my road. I will walk. And then, hey, I see this other gent. Bro. The first thing that came to my mind was like, this guy is going to mug me. I mean, I'm not exaggerating it. That was the first thing that came to my mind. But he's on the rope, ngutsotsi lo. I was like, ngutsotsi lo. Uzondifumana ke namhlanje. Man. Because even how he was walking, man, the clothes he was wearing, I was like, he's gonna be down for me. But nay, something convinced me, but nay, man, don't judge the book by its cover, bruv. Everyone is living in a different way than you, or probably he's just a guy hustling around, nothing hectic. But I was like, nay, I don't want to be the hustle that day. Let me at least walk away from him. Let me be at a distance from him. I better. Then I walk. I still look around just to check if he's as far as possible from me. Nothing hectic. I walk home, but on my way, I feel a guy's hand. He put his arm over my shoulders, bro. When I check, who is it? It's just a genuine with a clean white t-shirt, tinyana, yeah, skinny jeans, nothing hectic. He's clean. After that, I feel a tap. When I turned my head, I was like, it's that gent that I said I shouldn't judge him by its curve. He was here. I was like, so they planned it. Nice. I was like, it's that time, my boy, it's shy. But because the first time I got mugged, I told myself that let me not escape because I value my life. I was even having a school laptop on my backpack. I was like, I don't want them to take this because But nevertheless, I was like, I have to escape this time around. I have to try to escape. Because Baba, I don't know whether that guy took the knife out. I don't know when. But when I try to escape to the back, to kind of even remove this guy's arm from my shoulders. When I try to escape, he tripped me to the floor, Baba. I felt my back clutch the ground. I was like, yeah, I'm on the ground now. I was like, let me just give up. Just chill, dog. Or just chill. I felt this guy's knife, I think on the left rib, the last rib of my left ribs, Baba. I felt it there. I think he wanted to even make sure that I feel it. Yeah, it was like, feel it, my boy. You try to do anything fishy. It's gonna go in. But I was like, let me just chill. Let me take everything, bruv. Just take everything. I was not saying it as chilled as I'm saying it right now. It was like it's my first time learning how to talk. I was stuttering. I was boiling. I was like, yeah, ne. I was like, yo, where's my boy? Is he seeing all this? Nevertheless, the guys took my phone. I had a 10 rand note on my back pocket. They didn't take it, of course. But I was like, I bet, let me just surrender, dog. They took my phone, even checked the other pocket, there was nothing. They left. At 3 to 5 seconds, I stayed on the ground for like a few seconds. And then I stood up, checked the coast. They're walking as if nothing happened. And the street is watching, the whole crowd is watching like nothing's happening. It's like another scenario happening in front of their eyes, like no surprise. I was like, you know what? Probably this is a norm to them, but it's happening to me now. Check my boy, he was looking me straight in the eyes. I was like, Shem, boy, you saw it, you saw everything. Like, let's go. Where's your friend? I take them, I go. Then this other old lady from a distance is like, hey, I'm like, old lady, let me, you know what? Before I disrespect anyone, let me just go home. Yana got home safe. I think I updated a few people after some hours or whatsoever, but I was safe, the boys were safe. Nothing hectic. But hey, folks, man, you're not here for that. I'm here to welcome you back to Talk It Smooth podcast. Yes, welcome back, man. Today's topic is not about how to survive the streets of Danun or how to survive being mugged or, in between those lines. Nay, this episode gets a bit personal because we are diving into the world of emotions. Love, lust, and that incredible feeling maybe of connection with something bigger than ourselves. I want to explore how feelings manifest in different relationships, from heart-pounding crushes to the enduring love of family, of course, and some of us, the powerful love of God. I think someone this other day came to me and asked me, what would you say the definition of love is? I mean, I don't know what I said. It's probably something I wrote from the poem or whatsoever, Yeah, but if someone would come to me today and ask me if you would define love, what would you define it as? I would confidently say God is love. And then there's a verse in 1 John that says, whoever does not know God, whoever does not know love does not know God, because God is love. I would confidently say that because the amount of love God gives us, man, it's so unconditional. We experience it every day. We have testimonies that show how God loves us. My everyday question comes to that this question that what did he see in us that he paid so much? You see, when you see value in something, it does not matter the price you have to pay. You will either way pay it. I want this land, I want this house, I want this, whatever it is. And then whomever you're buying it from, they name their price. For you, it will be like, I know what I want from that land. I know what I want from those headphones. I know what I want from that, So I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna purchase it either way, even if I have to sell my ring if I'm married, or I have to sell my property or whatsoever. I know what I want from that. You get? So it does not matter the price, because you want that. So for me, it's like, what did God see in us so much that he paid that much? You feel that he gave his only son to purchase earth, if I should say, So it's more like he wanted earth not because of what earth has. I mean, not because of what earth is, but because of what earth has, which is us. You get? So I was like, okay. So with everything that I know, I think the Bible is somehow, I mean, I don't know a lot about the Bible, or I'm not a guru in that or whatever, but with everything that I know about it is that one I've come to understand is how beautiful the Bible is, a love story. It's a love story between God and us human beings. It's like a love affair, of how it's so articulated, showing us how God loves us, or you get the idea. So for me, it's like with everything that's shown of how much God loves us, and it comes to make me question how much did he see, or what did he see in us that he paid so much? What makes me see his love his love as so mind-blowing is that even though we as humans are sometimes against him or we're in rebellion with him, he still loves us anyway. Like, for someone who is in love with you, and then you are against them, they sooner or later just choose to let you go, be like, you know what, it's fine. But he still chooses to say, no, I love you. You get? That's, for me, the purest form of love. But let's break it down a bit here in this general definition, but that love in its purest form, we all know, is that emotional connection that goes beyond physical attraction. It's about care, it's about respect, wanting the best for the other person. I think this definition is that definition that makes people run away from love. I think most people are running away from love because of the truth in this definition, the care part, the respect part, the wanting the best for the other person. It's like most people will be like, nah, bro, I have to think for the other person. Whatever you get. But yeah, it's not mostly just like that. It can be the butterflies in your stomach whenever you see your crush, those late night heart to hearts with your best friend, the unwavering support from your parents, even, you get. And talking about that, I think I've come to understand that our parents' love is the only love we can experience closest to God. Because someone can testify for me here that parents have done so many things for us, man. Showing how unconditionally they can love us. But nevertheless, man, on the other side, we can talk about lust as, most people love lust. Lust is a big word for me. Lust is a big word, even for most people. If you would see a book maybe with the title Lust, probably there is, but probably you'd be like, let me purchase this book. I want to know what's it about, because of that word lust. Lust is just all about the initial spark, it's that initial spark, that intense or physical or sexual desire for somebody else. It can be exciting for now or a bit long-term, but it often focuses on the appearance or that fleeting attraction towards the other person, But here's the tricky part. The tricky part for me is that lust can sneak in all kinds of relationships. Most people think about lust that it's just on one thing, the sexual desire or so. But I can bet that lust can sneak in all kinds of relationships. It sneaks into friendships and all that, not just romantic ones. You might feel a strong physical attraction to your friend, man, or admire someone from afar. It's still lust, and it's perfectly normal. You get? The key is understanding the difference between lust and love to actually avoid getting confused or setting really unrealistic expectations for yourself. You get? I think most people are going through so much heartbreak because of not knowing how to differentiate this between the two, between lust and between love. Or maybe they don't know how to comprehend whatever the other person is showing to them. There was this book I read, it's just a short story of how this couple were together for about 4 years, to only find out the other partner was just in that relationship to actually feed their lustful desires, for like 4 years. 4 years. Not because they love the other person or whatsoever, they just wanted to feed their lustful desires. I was like, the tolerance, the patience you have. I was like, wow, people can take it from there. You get? That's why you have to, before you even get into a relationship. For instance, if you're crushing on someone else or you're crushing hard on someone new, take a step back and ask yourself, do you really want to get to know them deeper? Do you want to get to know them on a deeper level? Do they want to know you on a deeper level? Do you think they care about your feelings? Your thoughts, maybe? Do you think you care about their thoughts? Or is the focus purely physical? Because honest introspection, man, can save you a lot of heartache down the line. That's one truth we have to live with. You have to have that honest introspection with yourself. You get? Now let's talk about the power of love in different relationships. Just want to explore how love plays out in different parts of our lives. Talking about the romantic love, the family love, it differs. But on the romantic love one, I really do not belong on this one, because I'm really not a guru or an expert in this one, because we have different experiences. This one is that exciting one, confusing, or sometimes downright messy. I think most of us really do understand when it comes to this romantic love. The key things are mostly the communication part, the respecting of the boundaries, the building of a foundation for that healthy, lasting relationship. You get? Because I can bet that with whatever experience someone has, you know, it comes back to make you understand that love isn't always about fireworks. It's about putting in the work and supporting each other. You get. Someone was asked what's their best advice when it comes to religion. What's their best advice and what's their worst advice? And I felt it, man. The best advice. Let me start with the worst one. The worst advice was, which I actually heard this before. The worst advice was, don't listen to someone who says choose the person who loves you more than you love them. I was like, okay, that was the worst one. What makes me agree is what he said the best advice was. It was like, the best advice would be, make a list of what you want from a partner. What do you expect from a partner? Or yeah, just make a list. After you made that list, be that list. I was like, I bet. Because I do believe in that thing, but you attract what you are. So if you're going to make a list of maybe what you want from a partner, okay, I want a praying partner, I want an exercising partner, you name them, be that list. Then you will attract what you are, because as time goes on, you are going to become that list. And then, you attract what you are. You get. So I think that's one thing I really think people should take about the romantic love whatsoever. You get. To run away from that, I'll go to platonic love. I think platonic love is what I call the chosen family, because we don't choose family. Of course, it's like you are born in that family. That's you. Almost cause you get. But the platonic love is mostly, I think, the family that you choose yourself. Those deep emotional connections between friends. You see, they're mostly built on trust, respect, those shared interests, I would say, or mutual understanding of each other. You get. Yeah. It's really not about romantic or sexual desire. It's not about those romantic, it's not about romantic or sexual in nature, man. You get. I think the benefits from that, I really vote for this one, because you get some support system, and from there, those laughter and fun, the personal growth, yeah, because friends actually offer a safe space. They really offer a safe space to share joys, sorrows, and even vulnerabilities, without judgment, because they would really be there for you, bruv. You get. And then the strong bonds, man. Indeed. Yeah, but those strong platonic bonds, they somehow create lasting memories and shared experiences. If you actually have a friend, and you call them your best friend, and you don't have like personal growth, I quit alone. I leave them. I do believe that if you have someone to call a friend, a real friend, there should be some sense of personal growth, man. Because friends challenge and encourage you to be better. They kind of challenge you to be your best self. You get. So I think real friendship kind of gives you that, and it should have that, because you can't stay the same in a friendship like you were maybe 2 years ago as well. And also like that sense of belonging, knowing you have people who care about you. It kind of fosters you a sense of security and belonging. You get. Yeah, even those childhood buddies or teammates, those are the few examples I have in terms of those close friends you might have, in that platonic love or the chosen family. And then the familial love. Oh, it's somehow complex, get this one, because this is the love between family members, the characterized ones, essential by sense of connection or the obligation, in a way, that the shared history we have with them. You have, because in that familial love, there's sibling love, there's extended family love, there's parental love. You get, which is the unconditional one, the support you get from your parents as their children. Yeah. And the complex one of sibling love, because it really can be a complex mix of competition when it comes to that, or that companionship, even some fierce loyalty, man. Yeah, but I think the sibling love, the element of it is somehow the conflict you had when you were young. I don't know, if you have a sibling, you might relate. I'm not saying I promote it or whatsoever, but if you have a sibling, somewhere or somehow you guys didn't see eye to eye. you had conflict, you maybe fought or whatsoever, you get, but it kind of creates that sense of strong relationship, the fierce loyalty by say, don't ever touch him, don't ever touch her, you get. And then there's the extended family love, that is shared with grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, zako, etc. You get. The challenges here, I think, is mostly the family dynamics can be very complicated, the disagreements and the conflicts arising. Yeah, I mean, probably we have somehow the common denominator, when it comes to this one. There is a common denominator in a way. But I think the important thing here is to actually to provide that sense of belonging, or the support system throughout life. That I think we need that from our family. We need that from our parents, from the siblings, we need that. And it's mostly practiced through open communication, which I think we lack it. I don't know, but I think we do lack that. The communication, the forgiveness. I think we tend to communicate with certain people in the family. We tend to forgive certain people in the family, or even celebrate good times with certain people in the family, of which you should practice open communication throughout. Forgive everyone, whomever, and celebrate those good times together. You get. But with all this love that I've mentioned, I mean, how can I forget about the cute one? You see, this is the cute love, the self-love. You see, I say it's cute because it's somehow the foundation of all love. You get, yeah, like loving yourself, the appreciation and respect for yourself, respecting your qualities, respecting your flaws, and treating yourself with kindness and compassionate. And really, I think it's really important when it comes to this one, because crucial overall when it comes to your well-being. It kind of allows you to set somehow those healthy boundaries, to kind of build healthy relationships with others, and most of all to kind of pursue your goals. Because if you love yourself enough, I think you kind of wake up the following day and be like, you know what, they fun the way, and I'm gonna do it the way I want it. You get that self-care, prioritizing your physical and mental health through these healthy habits. You get, because there are some activities that you kind of do that you actually enjoy now, to kind of give yourself that mental health, that self-acceptance, embracing your strengths and weaknesses without any harsh judgment. I think we mostly hear about this self-love mostly on the social media, the YouTubes you watch, the TikToks you watch, the Instagrams, but it's true, when it all starts from loving yourself, from having that self-compassion, because being kind to yourself during difficult times and forgiving yourself for your mistakes, it's somehow the fundamental of all love. Because you cannot forgive someone else easily without knowing, but I can forgive myself easily. Because if you know that someone else deserves, or let me say, if you know that you deserve to forgive yourself, you kind of find it easy to say they also deserve to be forgiven by me. You get. So we should somehow practice self-love every day, those self-acceptance, self-care. Well, this is important for me. See, this is the foundation of most love. You can go and love your family and all that and friends, but if you know that you love yourself so fully, you don't care about what other people say, other people's opinions, because we tend to love ourselves after we have heard so many opinions of others or whatsoever, and then we then say, let me just love myself. You get, after so many things, I think sometimes you just have to hear the wrong thing, I don't know, to kind of, and then to practice the right thing. I don't know, but I really, really vote for self-love, But yeah, I can't forget about the source of strength, that love of God. The love of God. Let it sink in. Let it sink in. This is my source of strength. This is my source of comfort. I think as a young man, the best thing I've done for myself was to know God, was to know God's love, was to understand Him every day, trying to get to understand. Not that I read the Bible every day, yeah, but you get. So I think as a young man, or the young man out there, I would suggest, try to do yourself a little bit of a favor and try to know God, man. You'll find a lot of things that you are doing right now which you are finding so hard to do. You'll do them easier, man. You get God's love is so unconditional. It's boundless. It's forgiving. It's that source of strength, comfort, and guidance throughout life. I think we somehow talk about God's love to people who it's like when you're eating a fruit and asking the other person how it tastes like. They won't know it because I'm the one eating it. You have to taste the fruit. You have to go to the tree and take the fruit yourself. You get. But man, from God's love, you get some unconditional acceptance, bro. Knowing that you are loved by God, no matter your actions or any circumstances, it kind of provides that sense of security and peace. Ooh, I'm not preaching, don't worry. Chill, I'm not preaching. Hey, come on. Unconditional acceptance, that strength and guidance, because faith can offer direction. It does. Purpose. Yeah, especially during challenging times, it gives you that direction. Belief, that forgiveness, that redemption, belief in God's forgiveness can bring comfort and allows some sense of personal growth. Some big personal growth. You grow personally, you get to know yourself even better. You get to reflect on certain things that you've never reflected on yourself before. You get some sense of wisdom that a 28-year-old would have, but you're just 22, you're just 23, but because you know God's love, some things you just tend to, you know what, I won't put my energy on that. I'll give it to God. Those are some benefits you'll get. But the one that I've experienced and I really don't want to let go of is that sense of community. Being part of a faith community can foster connection, bro. It can foster some belonging. There's a lot you'll find in God's life. So as a young man or a young lady, man, I think it's so motivating seeing your peers, giving themselves to God. It's so motivating seeing a group of people going to church in a way. You get not just being around. People are doing their things. We are busy with different things, but I'd rather be busy with something that I'm purposeful with. You get. But nah, man, nevertheless, you see, when it comes to these love stories and love relationships, and I think love stories really differ across generations. How we express love and experience lust might differ between generations. Our grandparents might tell stories of slow dances, handwritten letters, yes, yabo. Yeah, while our social media feeds are flooded with perfectly curated couple photos, you get. So it's different between generation. It's really different. I really maybe wish I could have interviewed an elderly person when it comes to this one. But yeah, I think we all know that it differs from generation to generation. How we're expressing love in this current age and era is going to be really different maybe in the next 4 generations from us. You get. Anyway, I think most of us, or some of us, have came here because of the last part, of which I haven't touched much. To come to that, but I think when it comes to last, I would like to kind of see where it comes from, because I was wondering what other people have in their minds when it comes to. I think it's mostly the same thing. When they are talking about lust, when someone comes to you and asks you about lust, it's obvious. It's like about the sexual desire, bro, towards someone else or what, But I've came across with something that says lust is actually the desire to mate with any appropriate partner, because either way around, we are hardwired to procreate. It's just part of us, because part of our brains are always looking to make babies. We want to recreate, because we actually got those hormones when you actually hit puberty, those testosterone, so you name them. They kind of push us, or they push you to create and mate, and make more human beings in a way. You get. But it's not seen like that. It's just how it is, maybe in your genetics or biologically. But in 2024, Baba, we are just saying, I like how that person looks. I like how they talk. I like how I like their scent. You get. Because we have that animalist part of us of wanting to mate. You get. But we just sugarcoat it as, I like how they look. So it comes to the question that, is lust really a bad thing? I would ask you, Do you think lust is a bad thing? Leave something in the comment section. I really want to learn something also. You get? Yeah, is lust really a bad thing? For me, I would say not necessarily so, but quite often yes. Yes. Why? Because I think the last part of us, or the lustful part of us, is thinking about the pleasure, not the recreation. You know, it's wanting the pleasure, not the recreation part or the relationship. That's the lustful part. Because what drives us to procreate or to make more human beings is because we desire the pleasure in the process of actually creating or procreating that being. When you're talking about lust, you're not talking about relationship. You're not talking about the long term kind of thing. You get me? It's just those needs met temporarily with that appropriate mate or partner whatsoever. Lust is saying, let me say, lust is just short loved, you see, and then love is long. It is that elongated kind of a relationship. You get? There's been so many ways that people say, there's been so many things that love has been used at. I love soccer, I love football, I love this, it's love. I love reading, I love that show, I love a certain team, I love my brother, I love my mom. There's been so many things that are used or integrated with love. But I think with all the definition that's out there, I like how it's mostly based on the intimacy, on the passion, on the commitment of it. I think that's the true definition of love. Even I said that God is love. I think that's mostly because there are two definitions here. I see it that way. There's this biblical definition or the faith-based definition, which I go with it. And then there's this societal definition, of which in every societal definition that's out there about love, I choose to go with this one. It's mostly that intimate part, that passionate part, and the commitment part that you have towards somebody else. You get? Because the passionate part, I think most of the time it starts with that passion you have towards someone else. You're like, okay, you're so passionate. You wanna spend more time with them. You wanna get to know them. You're so passionate about them. It's so nice. I don't wanna lie. You don't know them yet. You just seeing them from far. You're like, okay. It's still that passionate part. It's somehow lustful, I should say. But you really wanna get to know them. You like how they smell. You like how they look. The communication you have with them in a way, and then from there it can lead to, say, you tell them that, or you show them that, into me, see. That's where intimacy starts in there. You are saying, I want to be transparent with you. I want to be vulnerable with you. That's where you are saying you are moving away. You are moving beyond lust. You're intimate with them. And then we hope that from there, that's when commitment will begin. You're being committed to this person. You're showing how committed you are. You want the best for them. You think about you're putting them first than yourself. You get? I think that's the definition of love on the societal part, of which lust is somehow, or it kind of comes with the first step of love. You get? That's why I'm saying love and lust, and it's not love then lust. I think it's love and lust. They are somehow intertwined, because lust is mostly the first step of love, that passionate part, being passionate to know them more and all that. You get? Then from there, I think you should ask yourself, but if you see someone else from afar and you like them, you should ask yourself that, what is your ultimate goal with that other person? What do you ufuna ndoni kuye? Like indoni ufuna kulo mntu? You get? Is it me? Is it based on you personally, just your own desires? Is it based on how they look or whatsoever? Or you want that you want that intimate part? Do you want that committed part? Do you want to bring them closer to know themselves more? You get? You should know that, because lust doesn't handle relationship problems very well, bruv. That one we all know. If you are there to just be lustful to the person, or to satisfy your lustful desires or whatsoever, sooner or later when you have problems, you'll be like, you know what, I'll go somewhere else. You get? But love is saying, I'm not here for the body, I'm here for the life. Because love is us, lust is me. You get? Love and lust can be expressed in countless ways, man. It can be expressed in so many ways. You might show love through acts of service. I should point that out. Like doing chores for someone else, words of affirmation, compliments and praise, quality time, spending time together, doing the things that you both love and enjoy. You get the physical touch, in terms of hugs, holding hands, or even buying them gifts. It's important to understand how you prefer to receive love and learn to express it in ways that resonate with others. Lust just manifests physically, though, but healthy expressions are key here. I think they are really key. Flirting, compliments, and respectful physical touch can be ways to explore attraction. But you should keep in mind that open communication is much more consent and is always essential. You get. So there you have it, girls. Love and lust are really complex emotions that I think we all can agree that they do color our lives in countless ways. But we should remember that, please, man, just remember, there's no one size fits all approach. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and with your partners. Navigate your feelings with care, and embrace all the love and maybe a little healthy lust that actually life throws at you. For me, faith has always been my guiding light. It helped me to see good in people, even when times are tough. It has taught me to forgive more, the importance of forgiveness, both for myself and others, having that sense of connection and something bigger than myself. It kind of brings me that sense of peace, yeah, that sense of love, that enriches, like, I think it enriches to every other relationship in my life, yeah, to my parents, to my siblings. Because of faith, it's so healthy that I don't want to lose this. I really don't want to lose this relationship. I really want it to be this way. Even I think the one that I currently appreciate the most is the relationship I have with my mom. Yeah, I appreciate that lady, man. She's been here. Like, the way our relationship is right now, I think it's flourished by the relationship we both have with God. I appreciate that lady, man. She gets it. She gets it, But yeah, man, enough about me. What about you? We all have experiences with love and lust. Maybe you've had your heart broken, bruv, Maybe you're in your throes of a new relationship. Perhaps you've felt a deep spiritual connection, or maybe you're just figuring it all out. I'd like you to share I'd like you to share your stories in the comments below. Just leave something you think will help somebody or whatsoever you get. Yeah, I hope you really took something from this. I really have something to share with your friends, to share with your family, or even a food for thought of some sort you get, just to go think for yourself and kind of navigate how you've thought about love, how you've thought about lust. I try to keep this as open as possible, you get. But yeah, man, from me to you, just know that keep the love, keep the curiosity, keep the smoothness, bro. I will see you on the next episode. I'll be releasing next week, same time, same place. From me to you, I'll see you on the flip side.